The World Health Organization is on the brink of financial collapse as the leadership goes into full panic mode, prepare for massive redundancies, massive budget cuts, and begging the whole world for more money. Yeah, it's not going too well for this international entity as the head of the WHO, Tedros himself, is now panicking. This is following the announcement by President Donald J. Trump in regards to freezing the foreign spending, especially on these sort of globalist groups, but also the proposal coming from RFK Jr. and Trump in regards to reforming it from scratch with America leading it. First things first, let's get into the details. So a $2.5 billion black hole is now tearing through the WHO's budget. This is despite all the budget cuts that they've been making over the last few weeks and few months. By the way, they were preparing for Trump presidency from late summer last year, and they knew that this was inevitable. So they thought it's probably best to make some tiny budget cuts because they thought that they could just negotiate with the American president. That didn't really go too well. Now, obviously, the United States is now preparing to leave the organization following the initial proposal, which we're going to get to as well, because RFK Jr. was quite keen on either bringing down the whole thing or reforming it deeply. Now, President Trump is making things even a little bit harder for these globalists. So WHO is now facing a $600 million shortfall just this year alone after President Trump announced a freeze on foreign aid. Now, with the Americans planning to leave the organization, but also freezing the actual funding because some of the funding from the US was going to different places and through the third party indirectly was still going to certain organizations like WHO. So all that is now out the window because there's a new regime in place. Now, the leadership of the World Health Organization, they have to think about a new plan. They can't really, apart from just sacking people. Yes, Tedros is now preparing for massive redundancies as well as extra budget cuts on top of everything that was already announced when President Trump was elected. And they had some time to actually get their act together, but somehow all that money was wasted. I wonder why. Because bureaucracy with a bunch of idiots running it doesn't actually work. So what is the actual solution here? Because RFK Jr. and President Trump came up with the actual idea of proposing a full, deep reform, but only if the American government supervises the whole thing and leads it. And obviously, they're not going to say yes to that, because they know if you do a full investigation into the financial affairs of the World Health Organization, the lack of efficiency, the operations, and everything that they've been doing, certain things will be exposed. It's not going to be a good look on many people, including Tedros, including Bill Gates, and many others as well. So they said, no, thank you. So the Americans are saying, it's okay. You have fun with your little club. We are going to leave. We will cancel ourselves when it comes to our membership of the World Health Organization. Now, speaking of cancelled, 2 days from now, on the 6th of April, we are releasing our latest documentary called Cancelled on Tousi TV Plus. You can join and today you will get a 10% discount on annual memberships, not monthly, if you use the promo code cancelled10 by going on tousi.tv. You can also find the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.